All right, we're here with head men's and women's cross country coach Mike Roll at the annual Colton Point time trial. Mike, how are you feeling about today's results?
I'm pretty excited about today's results. We had some excellent performances out there from our top group of runners, and we had a great showing by our young guys who are just coming in for the first time.
How does this year's results compare to last year? You're very successful last year.
On the men's side, we're a little bit stronger. On the women's side, we've got some early preseason injuries here, and so our depth isn't going to show up. But up front, our top 3 women and our top 3 men are stronger than they were last year overall. This is really a 2-year project of a culture change that occurred on the men's team, and it's really leading its way with Jesse Jones, Will Mullen, and Alex Beard, who have figured out how to commit to working really hard. And they've come in and all 3 of them ran huge PRs compared to what they ran last year. And it really comes because of their work ethic and the desire to be a lot better.
The women's team's coming off one of the best seasons in program history. Talk about how that experience last year will translate into a successful season this year.
I think one of the things that we learned from last year is that we can do everything that we can right, and things can still go wrong because you can't count on injuries. You can't account for injuries. So when we go this year, we're going to be much more relaxed about some of our goals. We're going to be much more relaxed about thinking about whether we're going to get to nationals or how we do in the regional. So that's going to transfer over, and we've already had I would say, a more fun-filled camp than we've had previously, because we're going to take our performances as they come. The front 3 are really good. Their composite scores will be as good or better than last year's top 3, and that's with losing Brene. We just have to wait and see if our 4th, 5th, and 6th can be healthy and be ready by November.
You have a lot of times today that we're getting close to or surpassing a lot of All-American times, great runners in program history. Talk about what that means to have those times.
Those kind of times, historical data like that, really kind of give a coach a good benchmark for where the athletes are. And obviously, if I'm looking at, Brene's time of 23:50 last year, and she was 8th in the country, and I see Jess running 24:13, 2 years ahead of where Brene was at that time, I'm thinking, calculating out-wise, she's only 20 seconds behind where Brene was. 20 seconds behind Brene last year was still All-American. And so you look at those kinds of things and you kind of get a perspective on where they might finish later in the year.